Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P011A refers to an issue. The DTC P011A reports a malfunction with Engine Coolant Temperature ECT Sensor 1. The Honda Accord models have two ECT sensors, ECT Sensor 1 and ECT Sensor 2, and one IAT sensor. These sensors are vital as they provide the PCM with real-time temperature readings. The ECT Sensor 1 is integrated into the engine cooling system, typically situated in the engine block, while the ECT Sensor 2 is usually located at the thermostat housing. The IAT sensor measures air temperature entering the engine, allowing the PCM to adjust the air-fuel ratio accordingly for combustion efficiency. When the engine cools down after being off for a period, about 6 hours, the temperatures of all sensors equalize to ambient temperature. If there is a significant temperature difference between ECT Sensor 1 and the other sensors, particularly ECT Sensor 2, the PCM recognizes this discrepancy, leading to the DTC being set. This can severely affect engine performance if not addressed. Several potential causes may lead to the activation of DTC P011A. One significant cause could be the failure of ECT Sensor 1, which means that the sensor could be providing inconsistent or incorrect readings to the PCM. Another possible reason could be the failure of ECT Sensor 2, which, when paired with ECT Sensor 1, creates a lack of reliable data for the PCM to function properly. Additionally, an issue with the IAT sensor can also lead to an improper temperature reading, affecting engine performance and triggering the fault code. Using a non-genuine engine block heater may also cause misunderstandings or errors in temperature readings, as aftermarket parts might not behave or fit perfectly, thus skewing sensor outputs. It is important to note that these causes may not encompass every potential issue, but they are the most common triggers for this specific DTC. When DTC P011A is triggered, several symptoms may become apparent. Most notably, the driver will likely notice that the malfunction indicator light, MIL, illuminates on the vehicle's dashboard. This is a direct warning sign that an issue has been detected and should not be ignored. Additionally, the driver might experience poor engine performance as incorrect temperature data impacts how the engine operates, which could lead to inefficient fuel usage and diminished power output. Furthermore, there may be inconsistent temperature readings displayed on the vehicle's gauge cluster or through diagnostic tools, indicating sensor malfunctions. Collectively, these symptoms can indicate deeper issues within the engine's cooling system and should be adequately investigated with a diagnostic tool like the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Proactive measures can prevent further complications that affect vehicle safety and efficiency. The first step in diagnosing DTC P011A involves turning off the engine and allowing it to rest for at least 6 hours. This is crucial as it allows the engine components to stabilize and temperatures will equalize to ambient conditions. An engine that has recently been running may provide false readings due to heat, making it essential for a sufficient cooling period. After the wait, you will need to restart the engine and let it idle for at least 10 seconds. This step not only allows the PCM to gather fresh data, but also helps confirm the current operating conditions of the sensors. Ideally, this idle period gives us an opportunity to observe real-time data from the ECT and IAT sensors using a diagnostic tool, which is critical when assessing whether the sensors are functioning correctly under these conditions. In the second step of diagnosing the DTC P011A, it is vital to avoid using an engine block heater, as this can disrupt the temperature reading and lead to inconsistent data. The use of aftermarket block heaters can create varying coolant temperatures that do not accurately reflect engine performance when tested. It's also advantageous to conduct your tests under ambient temperature conditions that closely resemble the intake air temperature recorded in the freeze data. This proximity to the conditions can help reproduce the failure scenario, thereby enhancing the diagnosis accuracy. Keeping the ambient temperature stable is essential. If there is a significant shift in temperatures, the judgment may remain suspended. As a precaution, particularly if the vehicle has been in a garage, consider opening shutters or doors to allow outside air to stabilize the conditions prior to starting the engine for testing. Once repairs have been made to resolve the underlying issues associated with DTC P011A, it's important to perform a final verification process. Begin by clearing the DTC from the PCM's memory using a scan tool interface. This action resets the diagnostic capabilities, allowing the PCM to monitor the system afresh. After the DTC has been cleared, it's essential to conduct a drive test of the vehicle under typical operating conditions. This will allow the PCM to go through necessary drive cycles to ensure that all indicators and monitors have returned to normal. Lastly, watch for notifications from the MIL during this drive cycle to verify that the DTC does not return. If the DTC remains absent, you can conclude that the repair was successful and that the engine is operating within its optimal parameters. Preventive maintenance is key to avoiding the recurrence of DTC P011A and ensuring reliable engine performance. Regularly inspecting the ECT and IAT sensors can help detect issues before they escalate into more significant problems. It's also crucial to use only genuine replacement parts when servicing these sensors, as aftermarket components may not meet the necessary specifications and could lead to inaccurate readings. Checking engine coolant levels should also be a routine procedure. Low levels can affect sensor performance and lead to overheating, causing potential engine damage. Furthermore, ensuring that all connections and wiring leading to and from these sensors are intact can prevent unnecessary faults. By adhering to these preventive maintenance practices, vehicle owners can enhance the longevity and efficiency of their Honda Accord's engine. In conclusion, DTC P011A signifies a malfunction with the engine coolant temperature sensor, one circuit range or performance that requires prompt attention. This specific DTC may manifest through symptoms like the illumination of the malfunction indicator light, MIL, and noticeable impacts on engine performance. Identifying the exact cause requires a structured diagnostic approach, which includes specific troubleshooting steps to confirm sensor functionality. Remember, adhering to preventive maintenance practices not only aids in avoiding this DTC, but also plays an essential role in preserving the overall health of your Honda Accord's engine. By examining both the sensors and the surrounding components, you can ensure that your vehicle maintains optimal performance and reliability. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.